Hey guys, I hope you guys are doing well. I know I have a few new followers, so it's really nice to meet you guys. Comment down below if you're new. I would love to get a chance to chat with you. For those of you who are my returning customers, hey, what's up? What's good? You guys are not new to the deal around here, but just in case for my new peeps, I'm in charge of thatsreallypretty.co, where I talk about all things makeup and beauty related. I do like to focus on products that are not as talked about, but are still things that are sold in like a Sephora or an Ulta or are part of popular brands, but you just don't see a lot of reviews. I found that over time, like I would be standing in Sephora on my phone Googling for like a certain lipstick shade or a foundation or a product or a tool, and I just couldn't find anything. So I tend to try and buy that stuff anyways, so I figured I'd just revive my YouTube channel and make videos about it. So today is no exception. I will link the first part of this experience, if you will, above using the cards, but I recently was in contact with the brand recently I was in contact with the brand BLENDSMART, and I had a really interesting customer experience with them, so I wanted to make a follow-up video. They did not ask me to. This is completely, hey, I can't sleep, so I'm gonna get online and make a video, me. I tried their like rotating brush tool, and in that video I was talking about like this versus a Clarisonic and why I was more likely to get this and my thoughts on it. So I'll link that video so you guys can see that perspective that I had, but it was interesting. So the brand was following my Instagram posts and they would comment, and I had mentioned that I was making a video about it. So they ended up watching the video, and in that video you will notice that this brush head, like, yes, I'm sorry, it's dirty. It gets dirty very easily. Not good or bad, every brush gets dirty very easily, but it's just not clean right now. In that video, you'll notice that I was having issues with like some of the hairs falling out. The slowness of the tool had caught me off guard, but I did make points around who I thought it could be a good fit for, who might struggle with it. Like, if you're getting into makeup, it's expensive, it's about $70. Like, that's a lot of money. You can get a full brush set for that if you're like a grab and go girl or guy, and like, let's keep it neutral. If you're a grab and go person, this takes a while to blend out, so like this might not be the best tool for you. Now, if you're like me and you're constantly on Instagram, you're constantly filming, you can get a really nice like buffed out, just smooth finish. And so I spend honestly anywhere from 20 to 45 minutes on my makeup every day. Like, I have the time to sit here and use this and enjoy it and just treat it like the spa experience it is. So the brand did notice that I was having trouble with the brush, and they sent a really nice email about it. So the lady that I was talking to offered to send me a new brush head because she thought that I had gotten a faulty one. Her email had a very neutral tone. It was not threatening. It was not like, you're using this wrong and that's why it sucks. Like, none of that. And she also said that like my influencer status aside, like big or small or, you know, non-existent, wherever I am in that spectrum, like I am a customer, and if they catch that a customer is not having the experience that they feel like they should have, their 100% customer satisfaction guarantee still stands. So I just really appreciated that. Like, I know I'm at I am growing, but my channel is small, and so I was just like, that's so neat. You guys took interest in my Instagram post, and then like one of you guys watched my video, and then you emailed me about it. So this is just me closing the loop on it because I did want to talk about that customer service experience, give them a big shout out, give them thumbs up for that, as well as actually review the product and see if there is any difference in like how the brush head performs. So check out my first video for all of my thoughts, because those things will still stand. I'll just be comparing the brush heads, and I'm going to be testing it on something that I just got today. It was a riot. I went to MAC and I got their, what is a Studio Fix Fluid, their full coverage foundation. Oddly enough, in the shade NC55. All right, so let's go ahead and jump on in. I am going to start out with the brush that potentially did not perform as well. I don't know how thick this is, and in my first video I talked about, oh, there's no little pump. I talked about how I am concerned that this foundation does not perform, I mean not foundation, the brush kind of struggles to perform with heavier foundations. It's pretty light. There's SPF 15 in this, just so you guys know. This is very, I don't know if you guys can see, but like you can see a little bit of it right there. It's pretty light, so, okay. So, yes, let's go ahead. I can't zoom in because I'm filming with the front side of my camera, but I will pause at some point and replay the footage just so I can see what this looks like before I give you guys my final thoughts. So, I have been using the brush, faulty or not, since I got it, because I do enjoy doing my makeup and I enjoy just the experience. Oh, I didn't put on any primer, obviously. It shouldn't really make a difference, but here we go. So I'm gonna look at myself while I do this. Excuse my acne that just decided to pop up on my face rudely. It's like angry acne. I usually don't break out anymore, but my god. This time they were like, no sis, you gonna see me. You gonna see me today. So I will say the first time that I used this, like a lot of hairs did fall out, like a good few. But then after that, it didn't really seem like too many fell out. I like the foundation. Just kind of using this all over my face. I'm gonna do another layer because while I do think this will give me full coverage, we're not there yet. And if I don't think it's gonna give me full coverage, it's going back tomorrow. So let me just, we're gonna test everything right now. I'm trying to be careful to not do layers that are too thick for the brush. If you guys watch my last video, you know my lights kind of change every like a few minutes. So I'm just gonna layer this as best I can without going crazy. So let's get on back in there. And I think another thing too, you do have to kind of move a little bit slower, which just again adds to the application time, but so far so good. You know, it could have just been something where like, you know, you kind of gotta let the product air out a little bit. You know, like if you get a mattress, you gotta let it air out. If you, I don't know, buy thrifted clothes, you gotta wash them. Like, I wasn't even that mad when I saw the few hairs coming out, but I was just like, oh, okay, great. A few hairs came out. Awesome. I know this foundation is a little too light around the edge of my face. I told the lady as long as I look good on camera, I could be, you know, NC1 or NC50, 5 trillion. I don't really care. I just need it to look good. Don't expect it to cover that right now. I'm not doing a full beat, clearly, but see if you guys can, not so much to like test the foundation, but so you guys can see it's not streaky or anything. Okay, so this was the old brush head. Let's do the new one. And I still have it in the packaging and all that, so I will like unveil that with you guys. I'm trying to like control the brightness and not just leave everything to editing, but they sent this to me so quickly. Like I think we talked on Thursday and I had this by Monday. Just like, oh, okay, y'all were playing around. So this is what it looks like. So fresh and so clean. Pull this out. Exact same thing, just not dirty. So these are the two brush heads. They do look different. Oh whoa, she sent me a different brush head, and there is like this little black hair that's kind of caught in here. Hold on. She sent me the full coverage finishing brush head. These look different, right? She basically sent me a different brush head. I'm not crazy. These are different, so we're gonna say they're different. Whatever comes in the kit is the starter one. I'll put it up here on the screen. So off the top, oh, it's soft. Ooh. That's nice. This brush is soft too, but it's more dome shaped. Cool beans. Cool beans. Let me take a photo real quick since they're different. I want to have a clean shot of this, so I'll be right back. Okay, all right, I got my photos in. You guys know about this life. You have to get your photos of just fresh, crisp products in. So similar to the other side of my face, I'm just gonna dot this little lady around. I will say this foundation feels kind of like cooling. It's a little frustrating that it's like next to impossible to get product out of the jar. Do I have to shake it? All right, I got a little bit more. And I'm trying to space it out a little bit. Alrighty, oh, it's already on, okay. I'm excited. I didn't realize I was gonna get a different brush head. I was like, you can send me whatever. If you send me what you think is best. So I'm gonna try and scooch in. And then I have to be a little bit slower. This, I feel like with this brush head, you guys can already tell too. Like, notice how with this brush, like, all of that white space is just, it's got foundation. This, you're really just, you're just using like the top of it. That rounded kind of like dome edge is coming in handy. Coming in handy. I'm trying to get it so that you guys can see, but this brush head also feels a little bit firmer. I'm gonna go with another layer. I think this is one of these foundations where like it clearly won't look bad in real life, but like the camera is a whole other thing. And I am not a sponge person. I don't like using sponges. I just don't. It's not my jam. So, all right, this brush is getting a little bit dirtier, but I felt like with the other brush head, it's just, my natural inclination is just to like go crazy, and you can't. The foundation does look nice on camera. Do I have the full coverage that I was hoping for after like 2 light layers? No, but there were 2 light layers. Like, if I'm really beating my face to film a video, like, I'm gonna sit there and get it done. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not holding that against the foundation. Let me use a little bit of concealer, because I think in my last video you can see that this kind of settled in my like pores a little bit, because it's like buffing it in. I felt like it was just kind of whirling it around, if that makes sense. Versus like if you're going in with a brush or a sponge or just patting it, I felt like the brush was just kind of like stirring it up with a circular motion. So you do need to be careful under the eye. And they do make smaller brush heads. Okay. It's doing a little bit of the same thing, but I do feel like it is better. I'm gonna test it with the other brush head as well. See how this is like kind of tugging at my skin? No bueno. And see how it just got up in them pores though? Like, look at this side. It's noticeable. I have pores. They're saying hi. Y'all ignore my eyebrows. But like here, you can see that it's just a whole other situation. And I think it's the tugging of this brush head. You can kind of see how it's like skipping a little bit in there. A little bit. I don't know if you can see it from that far away. But I do think I got a little bit fuller coverage on this side. I'm willing to risk it though and go with this brush head. Alrighty, I'm just joking. Let me get a good look at myself. This is definitely giving me fuller coverage. Faux show, faux show. Especially like the cheek area. Now I don't have on primer. I don't have any like smoothing stuff on. So I can't expect that out of these products. But like, okay. For me to like snap here, like give you guys Instagram photos, I don't think it's half bad. The color is light, but it's workable considering we're going into fall, we're going into winter. My skin color is going to lighten up anyways. I've got powders, I've got bronzers that I can kind of pop on this to make it a little bit more summertime friendly, but I'm not like taking these photos outside. It's not the purpose of this. I think I look fine. I'm gonna keep the color. I know that the other shades she was leaning towards were not good options, and this is some pretty solid color matching based on my experience in like Ulta and Sephora. So your homegirl feels like this is the best it's gonna get. Let's just be real here. We're not hoping for too much. Like online dating, we are not hoping for too much. But I look nice. I do. I'm digging it. I'm feeling myself. I wish I had somewhere to go, but you know, no. It's 10:30 at night. Everything is closed. Yeah, thanks for stopping by. I hope that, you know, this follow-up was helpful. I told the brand, I was like, hey, look, I appreciate this customer service. What I can, you know, what I want to give back to you is an updated video. So, hey, BLENDSMART, hi. Thanks for being a great brand. I really appreciate it. And, you know, tools like this, like, it makes YouTube fun when you get to try out different things. So don't ever hesitate to comment down below if you have questions. The Instagram is always on and poppin'. I'm happy to answer questions there, post things, do swatches, give you guys more feedback. I feel like some of you guys know this already because we have had conversations across platforms, which is great. And yeah, I think that this has been tested and verified. None of the brush hairs fell out, so I do feel like this could have just been like a faulty brush situation. So it's all good. All right, you guys, take care. Have a great rest of the day. Don't forget to like this video. Give it a big thumbs up if you appreciate it. Don't forget to comment just to say hi, because I love saying hi to you guys. I can talk your ear off all day, especially about makeup. Like, get some snacks. I'm ready to go. I'm always ready to talk about makeup. And don't forget to subscribe if you enjoy our multiple times a week, can at some points be daily shenanigans that I upload for this channel, my sweet precious child of a channel. So yeah, you guys take care. Have a great rest of the day. I know we will cross paths again according to my upload schedule. I will see you again. I'll be here. I hope you come back too. All right, you guys, bye.